Hi, Kieran here again. Let's finish up the Bootstrap navbar stuff by looking at how you reuse a navbar. So here's what we're trying to do, and here's the problem we're trying to address. So we've got this site here, and it's got a bunch of pages. I can click, there we go, and we see the menu, and there we go, how we choose, all the same menu. That's good. But what happens if we want to change this menu? Now remember, we want to keep the same menu on every page. So that means going through and touching or changing every page to add a new menu item here, for example. Well, if that's okay when we've only got half a dozen pages, but what if we got 1,000 pages, as you typically would on a real commercial website? So that's a real pain. It'll take a long time, and we're likely to make mistakes too. And we're going to have to change all the pages, go through and test everyone. It's going to take a long time, going to be a nuisance. How about we set this up differently so that we can make one change to one file, and that will change all of the navbars on the site. That would be cool. It's a big productivity win. So let's start off by looking at why this works the way it does. So this is actually a final example that shows you what we're actually going to end up with. All right, so what I've done, let's open the index page here, for example, to look at this. So the index page, this is where the main menu used to be. Instead of that, I've got this thing here, which tells a program to go and replace this element with the contents of this file. Okay? And all of these pages have the same thing. So this is index.html. We go to pups are the best. It has the same line. You can see that there. Data replacement equals library top menu inc. We open any of these. We'll open Hannah's page. Data replacement library top menu.inc. You could leave space blank lines around this or not. It's entirely up to you. Okay. So one of the things we're going to do is take the main menu code that was here, cut it out, and put it in this file. Then in all of the pages, we're going to put this line in. So here's what I've done. Here's an images folder, here's a library folder, and it has, this is the file that's going to be inserted. It just has the navbar code, nothing else. So it's not a complete HTML page. That's why it has the extension INC, that stands for include. That's not really, it's a common practice, it's not part of HTML or anything, it's just a common practice to name include files, INC. Okay, so that's great. The browser will load this page, it'll see this, go grab topmenu.inc, that's the file referred to here, and insert it, right, like that. So the same file is being inserted in every page. We go and change that one file, and everything changes. Okay, so what actually does the replacement? So we need what actually does the replacement? We need a program to go through and that knows what data replacement means and knows how to go get that file and insert it here. That's not built into browsers. They don't do this automatically. So what I did is I wrote a program that runs when the browser starts, and it looks for a tag with this data replacement in it. This is not standard. It's just something I made up to easily identify where the menu should go. Okay, so we've got a program that will take this file, navbar, and put it here. We need to load that program on every page as well. Now the program itself is going to be in the library folder. We're just going to download it and put it there. And down here at the bottom of the page, we're going to add a line here it is. It says on this page, load a new script. Script is a JavaScript file. We've had this line here all along, but we're adding another 2 here. This one says go load the loader program. And the loader uses a library called jQuery. And this loads jQuery. Okay, that may sound complex, but it isn't too bad. So let's go and see how we might do that. All right. Oh, we don't want that. We want this other, yeah, this is what we want. So here's the what we had last time. And I'm actually just going to take this and show preview. All right. And I'm also going to open this. Actually, I'll do that again. Make sure it gets, there we go. All right, so here's index.html, and notice here's all the code for the navbar. All right, now I made myself a list of the things I'm going to do here. I like lists, they make life a lot easier. So here's my list of the things I'm going to do to make this happen. First thing, put navbar code in a separate file in the library folder. All right, so let's go over here. We don't have a library folder, so let's make one. Clicky, L-I-B-I-R-Y. All right, there it is. Now, I'm going to make a file there, which I'll call topmenu.inc. It really doesn't matter what it's called, but I'll just use the same name I used before. So we have a new file, and it's going to be called topmenu.inc. All right, and it's empty. It gets open over here, that's fine. So I'm going to put the navbar in that. So I'm going to take this code here, and copy that, take it over here and paste it in. And that's it. By the way, I have autosave on, so files are saving automatically. Okay, so let's see what we've got. I've done the first step. I took the navbar code and put it in a separate file. So this is the file that will be included on every page. Okay? Next step. Put the program that inserts the navbar into pages in the same folder. So I want to grab that program that does the magic with the navbars and put it in the library folder. So where is that? If we go back to, no, wrong one. Is that the right one? No, that's not the right one. Where is it? Here it is. Reusing navbars. All right. So this is the lesson that explains how to do all this, and it gives you a link to the actual code. But you can see how it's going through all these, the same sort of steps here. And down here, it says, to get a copy of loader.js, which is what I named the program, right-click on this link and choose Save Link As. All right, and then I can put it in the library folder. So I'm going to right-click, Save Link As, so it'll download the file and save it. And it's on a different site here. It was PubStart, which is where we are now, into the library. Okay. So I'll save it in there. I'll actually, because this browser did change the name there because of reasons, and sub A. All right, so let's go see what we have there. I should probably close this one because I'll get very confused otherwise. All right, so now if we look in the library folder, we have 2 files. One is the navbar code that I grabbed from index, the home page, and the other is this code, which we don't really care about how it works. It just does. All right. So remember, what we're trying to do is take the where did that get closed? Is take this navbar code out of here, put it in a separate file, and then when anyone looks at this web page, a program will load it in. So we took this navbar code, we put it in a separate file, and we downloaded the program that's going to load this stuff in. That's going to load the navbar in. Okay, so let's see what else is on our list. Now, for each page, add the HTML to load the program at the bottom of the page. Okay, so for this program to work, it needs to be loaded into the browser. Easy peasy. Down here, we've already had this line. This has been part of our template from the very beginning. And this gives us a couple of new lines to add. So here they are. All you need to do is do this and copy. Copy and paste is our friend. Makes things easy, and easy is good. Let's go back up to here. Okay, so I'll put this in. Shift tab just to get the indentation right. Oh, still didn't get it right. Okay, there it is. All right, I'll just put this on my clipboard so I can easily grab it later, seeing we'll be doing that on every page. All right, so on every page, add the HTML, load the program. We did that one. Delete the current navbar HTML. All right, so we'll take this, don't panic. We've put this in top menu ink, remember? So we're just going to take it and kill it. Oh no! Just going to make a place for the new line here. I'll just leave these blank lines in here just because that's what we're working on currently. You don't need to leave those there. Now the last step, add HTML that inserts the navbar. So, of course, as you might expect, that's here, under marking the injection point. And it's one simple line, it's just this. Let's Control C that. I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to paste it in. So that's the end of what you do for this particular page. So let's make sure we know what's going on. When the browser will load this page. A user goes to this page. They say, they click on show me the home page. The browser loads this, and part of what it does is loads this program. This program runs as soon as it's loaded into the browser. So before the user sees the page, this program starts running. The program looks for data replacement, looks for this tag, for this property, and then it takes this stuff, grabs that file, erases this one, the existing one, and puts the contents of that file in there. So page gets loaded, program runs, program looks for this, and replaces this with the contents of this file. So if we put this in every page on the site, then this one file is going to be loaded everywhere. Let's have a look at this right now. This is the home page. Here's the preview of it. I'll just close that just so to prove that that's what's going on. So I'm going to go show preview. Close that now. Okay, so here it is. Now, this page doesn't have a navbar, as you can see. There's no navbar code here at all. What there is this one line that will grab the navbar and insert it. So when the user sees the page, there it is. They see what they expect. They see the navbar, it's got its drop downs and all that sort of stuff. All right, so now we're going to do these three things for every page on the site. Okay, so we've done this for index. Let's just go to the top. We'll do the same thing for Hannah. So I'm going to get rid of the navbar here. Okay. Did I copy that? I think I did, but I'll just make sure I did. All right, so I deleted the navbar and I'm going to insert that. This is the place where the top menu gets injected. And now the last thing I have to do is go down here and put in these two lines. By the way, that was a clipboard manager that I use called Ditto. This is talked about in the textbook. Windows has something similar built in. I'll use that on the next page. So there's Hannah, and I have autosave on. So that should work now. So this is Hannah. Doesn't have a menu in itself. It just has that line. Let's see. Oh, let's go to Hannah. Oh, here's Hannah's page. There it is. And we see the navbar. Pretty cool. Notice how simple this code has gotten, by the way. The page is much shorter because a lot of it was the navbar, and now we're doing that differently. How we chose, we'll do the same thing. Get rid of the navbar here because we're going to be loading it in from a file. Alright, if I hold down the Windows key and dot, I'll get the Windows, or maybe I won't. Yes, that wasn't it. Oh, Windows V, sorry. Windows dot brings you up you can insert emojis and symbols and other things like that. But it's Windows V instead of Control V. So usually Control V pastes, but a Windows V, it'll do that. Oh, I didn't turn it on. I better turn it on there to make it work. That's the stuff that actually goes at the bottom. I'll do that here. Like that. All right. I'll go back to here, grab this again, and that'll put it on the Windows clipboard. I actually prefer Ditto because you can search for it, but the Windows one is already built in if you want to use that. But I'm sorry, I didn't explain that right. I prefer Ditto because you can search for stuff that's on the clipboard. So I can go like that, and I can say, okay, find the word puppy, and it will. And I can paste that. So it's pretty useful. Okay, so we worked on that one. We added these two lines down here, and we added that. All right. Now we've already done index. That's where we started. Let's go to Joey, and we'll get rid of all the nav stuff. Windows V, it should be there now. Yep, there's that one. Then I go down to here and add the two lines down here. Oops, that's the one I prefer, but Windows V, the one is built into Windows, and there we go. So as before, when this page loads, this program is going to look for a data replacement. When it finds it, it's going to go grab this file and put it in here. So that's that one. We've got two left. Pops are the best, which they definitely are. They're wonderful things. Delete that. Windows V, and that's that line there. Go down to the bottom, and Windows V, oops, I hit Control V there, Windows V, and there are these two lines. Alright, I have autosave on, so this stuff is all these files are being saved automatically. And the last one is this one here. I'll do that. Here, Windows V, and this one goes there. What did I just do? Don't know. Windows V, and it's that one. Actually, I'll get rid of these lines here. I actually, when I write code, I want it to look really nice, just to make things easier on my old brain. There we go. All right, so that's saved automatically. So let's see, we should be able to go to any page, and none of these pages, look at that one, have the menu, have the navbar in there directly. They have this. They're all like that. All of them say, go grab what's in library top menu and put it here. And what's in the top menu ink is, of course, what we had before as the navbar. Let's see. Now, but did that actually work? How can we tell? Well, let's say pups are the best, right? Which we know. So if we go to pups are the best. Oh, this page isn't correct. Actually, this is the old content. Let me fix that real fast. I've forgotten that I made that error. Pups are the, and we want to emphasize the word best. So the tag for that is EM for emphasize. Best. Okay. And let's see. I'll put the puppy Ipsum code here. This is the Ditto, the one I prefer, the clipboard manager I prefer. Put that in there. So now we've got the pups are the best page saved. All right, so we changed that, pups are the best, and we emphasize this. But if we look in the menu, the menus don't say that. The menus all say pups are the best. I'd prefer if that was emphasized. So we want to change this link on every page in the site. Before, we'd have to go change all of these things. But now, what do? We don't need to do very much. We can go to this top menu ink. Remember, this page is being inserted. This file is being inserted in every page in the site. Contains a navbar. So if I change things here, it should affect every page on the site. So let's go down to pups are the best. The link for that is, so there it is, pups are the best. It's this one here, right? So I'll just do what I did before, which was, now notice I'm not going to get too much help from VS Code here because it doesn't know this is HTML. Because it doesn't have an HTML extension. But that should do it. Pups are the best, saved, okay. So let's go back and look at the index file now. No, actually, let's do it from here, click that. Look at that. Let's go look at Toby's page. There it is, it's changed there as well. Joey's page, it's changed there. How we choose is changed there as well. So what we've done is we've made it a site that's more productive. Remember, this is a business class, so we care a lot about productivity. And we've changed this so that the navbar is in a separate file that's injected into every page. Change this one file and the entire site changes. Pretty cool. The way we did that, take one of these, is to take the navbar code that was on the page, cut it out, and put it in a separate file, topmenu.inc in this case, in the library folder. I put all the navbar code in that. Then I added a program called Loader that I had written that will search for this property. And if it finds it, we'll go grab this file and replace all of this with the contents of that file. This program that I wrote, Loader, it uses a library called jQuery. This is all free stuff, by the way. So I needed to go and download that, to insert that here for the browser, so it can insert it just as we insert the Bootstrap stuff. And the result is something that's cool. A couple of thoughts on it, a couple of last things to note. If you're in an interview for a job and this class comes up, you can show them a site that you made that works on laptops and tablets and phones and works on everything. That's pretty cool. It's responsive stuff. Another thing you could say to them is, oh, we also learned not only how to make these sites, but how to reduce the cost of maintaining these sites. This is an example of how you do that. And interviewers will like that because, of course, the cost of doing computer work can be pretty high. So if you can bring to them a technique that reduces that significantly, as this one does, then they'll be happy to hear that. One last thing that can be a bit tricky. This code only works when a page like this is downloaded from a server, not when it's opened directly from your C drive or your Mac hard drive. So if I go back here, and I think I did that here. Okay, so this file I opened directly from the C drive, right? You can see I went into Explorer here and I just double clicked on the HTML file and that's what I got. Notice there's no navbar there. If I go to Toby, there's no navbar here either. That's because I opened the web page directly from the C drive. Now you might say, well, Kieran, what about this thing? The preview actually shows it. Well, that's because the preview starts a temporary web server on your computer. You can tell that because it's here. It's HTTP. This is its URL. Okay, in fact, we can take that, all that stuff, copy it. We'll go up here, open a new tab, paste that in, and it works. 127.0.0.1 is the IP address of your local computer, no matter what it is. So when you use this URL, you're actually going through a temporary server that the live preview extension runs. So that's why this works. So if you want to test this, the easiest way to do this work is to add the live preview extension. It's very cool. You simply go here to extensions, type in live preview, and then there it is. And notice it says hosts a local server in your workspace. That's actually what it does. So you click on that, click on install, and I'd highly recommend that. It just makes life easier. And as I keep saying, easy is good. So that's how you can get a big productivity win by reusing your navbar.